Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Cosme, right out of Oklahoma City. I have a band that just got off another radio show. They're from Richmond, Virginia, and they are called Seasons, a metal band. They're like, fuck, we got to do another goddamn show today. We don't want to do it. We promised this motherfucker we're going to do it. So they're here, and I appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you. I appreciate the answer.
Yeah, so Richmond, Virginia, I get a lot of bands actually from Virginia, and there's a lot of really good metal bands out there. So I bet when you guys do shows, it's always a good time. It's probably not hard to find a really good lineup. Is that right?
Richmond has a really good set of metalcore bands going up right now. Like, we work closely with them. We play a lot of shows with them. If you're sleeping on the fucking Richmond metalcore scene, then you're really slipping, because there are a lot of good bands coming out of Richmond right now.
Yeah, I was.
Cool. I was just gonna say, it's a pretty cool scene. Like, everybody kind of supports each other. Everybody shares each other's stuff, listens to each other's music, promotes each other. It's pretty cool, cool area.
Yeah, I was definitely slipping until I started this podcast. I had no idea. I didn't even know people in Richmond listen to music.
Dude, it's all music and beer, dude. That's all it is. Richmond's all about music and beer.
I don't know, Nick.
Breweries and, like, going to venues.
Nick's drinking water, so I don't know. I don't know how true that statement is. I think Mark's drinking a beer, though.
Who said this was water?
Oh, because you said earlier I'm going to go get some water. Like you said that.
Yeah, and you fell for it.
So and then Matt over there is drinking a orange soda, orange crush. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the orange sodas. They're okay. I don't drink much soda. I normally drink water or I drink beer. That's kind of like my thing. It's either water or it's beer. And there's water in beer, so I justify drinking beer that way. You guys...
Hey, whatever.
Whatever. You guys started off as a 5-piece band in 2017, I think.
We're a 4-piece of making. So we continue to want to be a 5-piece. The drummer situation is in the making. We have all intentions of still being a 5-piece band. We have made a lot of strides. That is still in the wakes. We obviously have made a new vocalist. The vocalist was our old drummer. So in the meantime, he has had some drumming tracks that have went forward into things that viewers and listeners have not really heard yet, that will actually be drumming of the old drummer, but we're in a transition period, but we still plan to be a 5-piece band.
Okay.
That is the intention, to be a 5-piece band. So we are in that, Slipknot went through it, Avenged Sevenfold went through it. We're in that same kind of area right now. It's a gray area. But we are still moving flawlessly with creation and songwriting, and things are still moving forward. So
that's awesome. No, Nick sent me your guys' music. Yesterday or today. It might have been yesterday. I think it was either yesterday or today. I finally got it, and I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but I did get it. I did play one of your songs before when Sam McIntosh was on the podcast, which is how I learned about Seasons. And then today I went through and I kind of listened to a couple like 30 seconds just to make sure you guys didn't suck. I want to make sure you guys are horrible and cancel the podcast.
I'm glad we didn't suck.
No, you guys are fucking awesome, dude.
I'm glad we didn't suck.
No, you guys have I guess you guys would call yourselves metalcore. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, metalcore. We have some songs that have been previously done. They had a little punk pop influence, and then we have some newer songs that you haven't heard before. They're going to be more Attila influence, and some that are deathcore influence. It basically, if you put any genre around metalcore, as far as how heavy or light they go, that's going to be us. We're going to encompass the lighter and the heavier side of metalcore going forward. So it definitely gets heavier, it definitely gets lighter. So
yeah, and metalcore really is a broad term because there's so many different subgenres inside of metal in general.
It really is.
There is, and some bands don't even like to classify themselves, and sometimes bands classify themselves, and I'm like, no, you don't sound like that. You sound like this, and I don't think they argue with me because they're on the podcast, but I think they really want to tell me to shut the fuck up most of the time.
Who'd you
I
say?
think that's easy to call yourself metalcore because it's like, all right, do you sing? All right, sometimes. Do you break down? Well, like sometimes. Do you guitar solo? Like kind of sometimes. So you can like just like I'm metalcore. You'd be like, well, like I can't disagree with you. Like I feel like you're in the mix of everything, and that's what we're doing. Like we're putting guitar solos into some songs that might not have been done in the EP. We're doing some nasty ass fucking deathcore breakdowns. The next song we're working on right now that we're literally working on is in Drop G. Fucking 7th string, like brutal. And it's like we've had some songs like we just came out with that 3 a.m. cover by Halsey that it's like people came on me and I was like, is this you? This is weird. And I was like, wait for the breakdown. And they hear it, and they're like, okay, that seems like you. So I'm like, we're in that mix of like, yeah, we like to sing, we like to scream, we like breakdowns, we like solos. Like, the only way to classify ourselves is just like metalcore. Like, I mean, like, we're what your metal people like to hear. If you like to hear singing, guitar solos, breakdowns, cleans, we're everything. We try to put it in one package. We try to give you what you want to hear.
And we will be happy a day of the week to open for the Wiggles.
Nick was,
if it pays the bills, we will do it.
Nick wanted to ask a question. I don't know if he still remembers the question he was going to ask, but he was starting to say something before Mark went on that spiel that he just did. That was awesome, by the way, but I know Nick was going to say something. Do you remember that question?
Yeah, no, we on the interview we were doing just before this one, we were kind of talking about this. Since you've already listened to us once, Sebastian, who would you say like, oh, that band sounds like this and this? What would you say about us?
About your band?
Yep.
Well, can I listen to this song first? And then talk about it after I get some fresh ears on the song. Can I do that?
It depends on the song, because honestly,
well, then I'll tell
you listen to 4 different songs.
I'll tell you after every song what I think it sounds like. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair trade. Let's play. And you guys named it, and bands name things wrong and send it to me all the time with the wrong name. But every band does that. Normally I get like song A or song B. And this song was called Seasons, VIAV, which I don't know what that means. But it's actually called, Violence is, I get it. It's the name of your band, and Violence is a Virtue.
Yeah,
correct.
That's how our producer sent us the file. That's why it was all confusing. I should have just renamed it before I sent it to you.
No, you were good. We're going to jam that song right now, and then I'll let you know what it sounds like. Violence is a Virtue. So you want me to say who you guys sound like? And you know what? I don't think that's a very fair question. I don't think that's a fair question because, you know, I said during the song, I was like, I can hear a little bit of modern day Escape in there, but I take that back because the music is probably a little bit more death metal, like the vocals especially, a little more hardcore. You guys are metalcore, but you guys have a deeper sound, I think, than most metal. Most metalcore to me is kind of like a little bit of punk mixed with a lot of metal. Where you guys are more heavier metal mixed with metal.
What bands would you align us with? What would you say?
We're gonna get to Circles and it's gonna throw him for a fucking loop.
Okay, well, first of all, repeat the question.
My question was, what artist would you put Violence with? How do you feel that sits with?
I'm horrible at judging these kinds of things, man. I'm honest, like I'm really bad. I listen to so much music that it kind of all starts sounding the same after a little bit. But I guess I'd put you guys in just a harder, like those more like metalcore type bands, like the harder metalcore bands. I don't know. That's not a fair question. I don't think it is. Do you ask every podcaster or radio person that question? Is that like a question that you ask everybody? I bet it is.
Interesting responses.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a hard question. Yeah.
So you want some really fun facts to go along with that song?
No, I didn't ask for that.
Well, I don't-
What fucking goddamn show do you think you're on?